a new threat against the United States, and you will be dealt crushing blows in places you do not expect, and you will fall into the abyss of defeat and destruction.
Troubling news about inflation. Wholesale prices seeing their highest annual increase in more than 3 years.
And instead, just like everybody else, we are living paycheck to paycheck.
Cue the fire as Iran issues a stark warning to the United States. Crushing blows, as they say. Strikes that are going to reach far outside their region. And us, as Americans, we're going to stand up. We are going to walk to the refrigerator, open that refrigerator and stare into it. What am I even doing here? As terrorists are threatening all-out war on America.
That the Iranians are serious about serious concessions about bringing this conflict to an end?
The short answer is no. And overnight, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps released a new threat against the United States and Israel, warning that if they launch a renewed bombing campaign, there will be serious consequences for the entire region. The IRGC put out a statement saying if the aggression against Iran is repeated, the regional war that was promised will this time go beyond the borders of the region, and you will be dealt crushing blows in places you do not expect, and you will fall into the abyss of defeat and destruction.
Is it just me? Can I go out on a limb here and just maybe speak for most everyone? We don't care. Well, we care about going into new wars. I don't think we're all on board with that. Yes, I know we were staring down the barrel of a nuclear warhead, but you wiped it all out, so we good. I think we care about these lines. This one goes off the screen. I don't even know what that is. College, childcare, medical, average hourly wages, housing, food, beverages. The government will be like, you guys, look what we did to TVs. Down 98%. Toys, computer software. As this post says, well, video, I'll get to it. We have a problem. None of us are surviving. Even this guy is like, yo, he's paying $1,500 a month for family coverage. Person has a $6,000 deductible, $18,000 a year just to keep up with the plan. And they keep going up. That's not the only thing that's going up. Unemployment, even though they'll tell you everyone has a job. This is globally. This is the UK. Unemployment rate unexpectedly rises until we cook the books. And I'm pretty 100% sure that job is going to go bye-bye, along with just about anything connected to a computer, while at the same time, the politicians, the CEOs are saying, no, this is going to be better. Quote, AI will elevate everyone at work.
I think they're deeply fearful and worried about whether they're going to have a job.
Yeah, well, and the reason they're afraid of that is because all these smart people keep saying that. So there are so many smart people, and they are smart, and they are saying, oh my God, there's going to be no more radiologists because, AI can read x-rays better than a radiologist can, and there are going to be no more software engineers because AI can program better than a software engineer can. These people are wrong. So what's really going to happen is that it's going to elevate all of these people.
And this just in, breaking news, leaked memo into it to cut 17% of global workforce, streamlining operations. You see how we just elevated you. This at a time that even Meta or Facebook, whatever he calls it, laying off 8,000 employees and then says something like this. It don't make sense to me. Success isn't a given. So that was the memo to employees. Start a business, trade equities. I mean, if that is not a slap, along with hidden recording of him basically training robots to get rid of you. So while the entire world is distracted with terrorists or threatening, right? And I don't even know if we buy it anymore. That is because we can't buy anything except for maybe toys and TVs. And if you combo those, it could be an interesting evening. Actually, all of this should lead to an interesting next 6 months. Just came across my friend Neil. Global food crisis. What? That can't be. Wait, the world has 6 months alert. I'm sorry, to avert. I think it's already done. I mean, the world is starving right now. Did you not know? Food crisis, says UN, as the hair moose struggle drags on. I don't know if you know this. When food costs go up, the world actually starves to death. Just to put this in perspective, half Half. I know you're going to be like, wait, is that even possible? Half of the global population lives on less than $6 per person a day. So when food costs double, they die. Also, if you thought your life was bad, try living on $6.85 a day. And that is half. So congratulations, you are rich. I always see this comment in the comments section. It's easier for, well, just so I quote it right, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. Because one of my foundations on this channel is like, make a chat ton of money. It'll solve a lot of problems. You can trade your way out of this. And then people that are probably have a totally poor, broke mindset are like, you're going to hell, Jay Bravo. Well, so are you. Because it looks as if you make more than $7 a day, you're crushing it. And I could probably find some verses on Judge Not. Anywho, people are currently dying and they are struggling. But you're probably not going to hear about it because everyone is currently hearing about their vermouth and they like it straight.
Like I said, we've never seen as many hungry people in the world ever in history. Over 300 million people, and 70 to 80% of that is driven by conflict. So when you have a new shock like in Lebanon, you have another million people now displaced who are also acutely food insecure. There's a malnutrition crisis in Afghanistan. 5 million children and mothers are suffering from malnutrition. And the support to help them survive is just not there. I was at a clinic, hundreds of women with their small children on their arms lined up to get nutrition supplements to address this malnutrition. We had none, and UNICEF had none, so they had to turn back. They'd walked 2-3 hours, and the desperation in the air, the desperation in their voices, it's something that really stays with me.
I'm going to give you some words of wisdom here. If you ever want to solve, and I have to be careful with the words because this video, like a lot of them get shelved, or I get emails from YouTube saying, are you okay? I'm going to say, if you are very sad in a very deep, dark way, and you have to take medication, get what I'm saying. If you would like to solve that, go to a third world country and help them. Your problems will become very small. You probably would end up getting off of just about all medications if you're like, yeah, I had to walk 4 hours one way, 4 hours back just to get food that wasn't available. Now let me circle back, making a shat ton of money to help solve these problems is a good thing. Even though we're still going to suffer with this. Money is not going to make you happy, especially if you're already miserable. It just amplifies who you are. Look at this. Goldman Sachs says we'll go with half of Americans earning $300,000. To me, that is a lot of money every year. $300,000. Crazy. Are still living paycheck to paycheck because you think that $300,000, $500,000, $1 million, $100 million. It's like, why am I still miserable? Let me help you with this. It's because it's all about you. The minute you take attention off of yourself and help someone else out, it all changes. I always hear this on reality shows. It's like, yep, I had to do it for myself. I chose myself. That's not good. Self is what got you into this problem. Self is not going to get you out. Government is also not going to help. No one's going to help. Governments will only make it worse. I mean, God would help, but most people are like, I'll do it on my own. No, that's a pride thing. Oh, I thought pride was good. Don't we have a month dedicated to it? No, it's actually really bad. Oh, and if you want a verse on it, quote, everyone proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. That's in Proverbs. No, you're, well, that's the Old Testament. Trust me, it carries over into the New Testament. UK supermarkets, and this is stupid, are being urged by the government to limit food prices. We have seen this before. Why don't you just go over to New York, where it's a government-run food store? That should work, right, Mandami? It's like, do these people not see? You're repeating the past. Go look at the past. I mean, it's on both sides. It's like both sides do stupid things, and then they're like, Well, I just wanted to try it again. Thought maybe it would work this time.
Mamdani is now looking to tamp down the backlash at his tax the rich policies. Forget about that. What about the video? Oh, my goodness. But New York Republican Congressman Mike Lawler says the damage, hence that video I mentioned, has been done.
JP Morgan Chase and Goldman Sachs now have more employees in Dallas, Texas than they do New York because of New York's onerous tax burden and business climate, which is a complete disaster. Zohran Mamdani and Kathy Hochul are making New York unaffordable for families across the board.
I've been saying this for how long? It's just, and they don't change. I get it. Even look at this up here. I'm not even going to click on it. Hochul, New York City tax plan sparks panic. Oh, no. California. We got here. Small business costs. Yeah.
Labor is as high as anywhere in the nation.
Yeah, get out. Run. People who do the labor are going to want more. It's more. Be happy. California business owners working for peanuts as costs, record gas prices, and regulations devour profit. Can you even be profitable in California? I'm going to guess no. So what you do is you leave. This guy, Mike, in San Diego has 30 restaurants. He's probably underwater. You know what happens when you own 30 restaurants? They're like, he's rich. Take a little bit more out of that register. And when I own my own brick and mortars, the amount of theft, everyone was like, well, you're rich. No matter how much I get. And I was in my 20s, owned one of the largest day spas in Los Angeles. People are like, oh, it's your mommy and daddies that they get. They were passed away. And people were like, well, then how do you do it? How did you do it? And I'm like, I've been blessed. Don't deserve it. I just went to a guy. I said, hey, can I have a loan? I'll pay you back. I was broke. I just got out of the military. Just smart enough to know how to survive. And I was kicked out of the house at 18 years old. We could talk all day long. I could write a book. I'm going to say the same thing that I did then as I do now. Jobs isn't going to do it. Even I have degrees. I wanted to teach kids. I want to teach adults. Just walk into university and be like, hey, can I teach? What she is about to tell you is things that I'm like, don't do it. But let's listen into It's Giving Christy. She's currently giving me the don't talk to me when I'm at the bar.
Everybody is feeling this, but how are we doing this? I am in my 30s. I have my master's in business administration. My husband is an engineer. We should be making great money and be golden when it comes to money, right? That's what I was raised thinking. And instead, just like everybody else, we are living paycheck to paycheck. Like, it is so hard. We have a house. We were lucky enough to get a house. I know a lot of people can't do that and haven't had that opportunity. But our house mortgage has gone up $400 or $500 since when we first bought it. Property taxes, they just keep going up and up. So with that, our mortgage just keeps climbing too.
And this is a long video. It's 3 minutes. So I'm going to jump to the end. I know you guys are like, me. Let's see the conclusion in different student loans. Okay, well, I could have saved you on that one. Actually, why don't you be like most students now and just default?
Everybody is buried in different kinds of debt that we'll never get out of, that they promised us would create a safe and happy, thriving future. None of it's there. But thanks, boomers and beyond. You set us up great.
Oh, and I got another one, but thanks, boomers. Also, it wasn't boomers that set you up just because they did exactly what you did. They bought a house, and then all of a sudden, that housing price by purchasing an asset goes up, and your salary is there. And what happens is 1971, because that is an asset of $40,000, is going to skyrocket to $200,000, to $400,000, and the salary won't keep up. It's not the boomer, it is the system. It is the monetary system that creates bonds that has nothing to do with silver, which this is silver. 4 of these is worth $75. So it's not boomers. They just bought a house. And all of a sudden, it's still worth the same. So if you understand inflation and how the system is calculated, it's not their fault. They did exactly what you did, and they're just kind of breaking even. Even though it looks like, geez, 309, the little dip there, 400. What is going on? 5, 6, 7, 8. The house price should never be above this salary thing. Well, you're in a debt-based system. Buy assets, trade equities, and understand this, but not so much the stock market. I mean, make your digits go up in the stock market because we have found glitches. Well, I mean, me personally, because I trade all the time and doing this for umpteen billion years, you're like, this is a new one. Notice how this keeps repeating. And then we have teams and they create indicators and we're like, oh my gosh. Which for those of you guys that are in this one, I just gave up glitch number 2. My assumption is the people that are doing it, you're like, wow, I'm not going to tell anyone. Actually, when we found that glitch last year, that's what the team was like, why are we showing anyone? I said, please no, let me give it to people that do this. They're like, well, you're just going to blab your mouth and show it to them anyway. I'm like, I won't. So if you're doing glitch number 2, I'd love to see your emails and the numbers. Plus, are you guys taking advantage of this? Is that 900? We just started the competition on Monday, so jump in. That's 100,000 because you guys asked for it. You're like, can you just do it where we click the button and then we have a chance? Yes. How about if we do nothing? No. That was my last course. You got to click. Also, by the way, that's cheaper than a college tuition. Actually, that's cheaper than a textbook. I know this because I taught universities and they said you need to issue 3 textbooks. Talk about highway robbery. And I'm like, well, I'll have them get it like the one edition now because they have a new edition. They're like, no, needs to be the brand new edition where they change 2 words in the entire textbook and charge you $500. What about the one on Amazon for $20? Now you can't do that. And yes, the entire system that you have been born into, from social security numbers to, I mean, it's all rigged, guys. Go to college, save your money. It's all a lie. It's not a lie is if you can figure this out and tell people, that's my student, that was last week, 7,790. I had to take one, like a case study. Like, I know you can do it. And I picked someone that I knew was committed, like me. I've done a video for how many years? Every single day. That's commitment. If you think you're going to trade this stuff and you are super lazy and you're like, oh, the dog threw up, and you're a person with just tens of thousands of excuses, it's not going to work. Also, do not email me. I want to be your student. That's why I created a course, step by step. Also, by understanding the charts, this is the 10-year yield. This is what controls the entire world. Are we going up or down? The entire world going to get wrecked or not? I'm going to show you something. We're going to turn on the 200. You're currently above it. That is an uptrend on the yield. Number 2, you're coming out of an uptrend. See this? The trend is your friend until the end. That's like a flag pole. Here, I'll draw it for you. It looks like this. And then that is a pennant. That is a continuation. Some of you might be going, but yields came down today. Hold on. I will show you if we are absolutely cooked or not. You have 3 touches right there. 1, 2, 3. There is no confirmation yet. Now, this is a tricky one because as I started to show you here, I'm like, oh, what about that? What about retesting that line? You're measuring it there. Yes, you have 3 touches. Any way you look at it, if you come back down, retest that, go higher, or you leave this here, you break this, retest that, I'll show you where we is going, and this is going to wreck the entire world with a 5.658 10-year. And with that, me forecasting, because that's what charts do, I'll predict the future. It's like your CPI right here, inflation. Look, what are the chances that we follow that? Well, it's different this time. We have so much debt, Jay Bravo. Well, yes, imagine if we can't pay it, and it's over. Or breaking news, it's gone. It's all gone. And with that, I love you. I will see you tomorrow.